They did make a valid point that even if they manage to trick the entire petrification kingdom in order to throw that weapon, and even if they do manage just to get the weapon, they still will have to deal with Mosu, who is the strongest one. Regardless, Mosu's disguise works surprisingly well. He is even able to wound, well, since he's stronger than the self-proclaimed strongest guy in the place, who although doesn't know that it is Mosu, he still feels like he's stronger like Mosu. The Anger Anime fan here with Dr. Stone chapter 124, and they are all admitting that as soon as Mosu has his hands on the weapon, then he will kill everyone, and then he will do that. So yes, whatever happens, Mosu is not going to become an ally. This is like the Hyuga situation all over again, except this time there is no Tsukasa to help stop him. But Senku won that fight through science. They have to do it through science again. But it's worth noting that while Mosu is admitting that Kirisame and he should be able to defeat him, Ibara shows a very, well, surprising look. You know, we shouldn't underestimate Ibara's intelligence. He's a perverted old man and scum, for that matter. But he is also a very paranoid guy. It wouldn't surprise me if he has an idea that Mosu really is there. But right now, the Kingdom of Science only really worry about Mosu. So they decides to create something else to deal with it. Actually a very familiar thing that Senku actually do not want to create. But he feels like it is also something that is the only thing that should be able to stop the strongest fighter in the island, as they create a different kind of spinner along with gunpowder and pachinko balls as lids, and messing up the procedures that will means an immediate explosions. So he's doing this himself with the nitric acid that they got, and so he fires a little pellet. Yes, what Senku has just created is something he feels like he's gonna go to hell with, and that is a primitive gun, but a gun nonetheless. And Ukyo is actually against this, even though he knows it's naive. It's more of the fact that he is nervous. In the end, Ukyo is a pacifist and he doesn't really want to kill him. And strangely, Rusu agrees that there is nothing wrong with about thinking that way. And Senku says that this gun, though, is not strong enough to kill a human being. It will work as a tranquilizer, though. So he is saying that if they use this one, they may be able to, well, knock out Mosu, and perhaps get the entire island to, well, calm down as well. I mean, that is true, Mosu is fast, but I don't think he can be as fast as a bullet. Granted, they are not making a real bullet, but the thoughts that counts, I guess. So they depetrify someone who they know should be able to use this, and that is because he is, well, he used to be a policeman, and that is Yo, who is revived in a new type of clothing. But the funny thing here is that those that are repetrified and then depetrified again, their wounds and scars heal. What is funny is, despite all of that, Yo still has the petrificational eye patch he always have had. And everyone agrees that even though Yo smiles with having that gun, this is not exactly a good idea. So Amerelia manages to, well, put on her red face. She's kind of cute, the fact that she's making her face red. And, well, charms him of doing that. And, well, Yo was definitely a corrupt cop back there, because he said that I shoot things right away as I saw them like bullets. So, well, he fires the gun and tries to fire off some bullets, but he misses. But he actually does hit a poisonous snake, which, well, that means there are poison animals here. So as much as Senko and the gang has science, they still can fall danger to other people. Almost like he was aiming for that. But in the end it turns out that Joe was not aiming for that. That was just pure luck. Because he was sincerely trying to aim for the bottles. But it couldn't. Now's the question though, if this is gonna be possible. Yo is now technically the thirst policeman in the petrifying world. Oh yeah, and his new clothes actually has pants. It's kinda ironic though that Ukyo's new clothes seems to suggest he does not wear pants. Just a very long coat and skirt. Can't really say I like that. But I guess it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely not going to be something easy. But the question is though, even if they do prepare this gun, and even if Yo successfully manages to use it, we still must suspect that Ibara knows what is going on. And that's the question though, what are we gonna do about that? The plot thickens. But I just want us to move along. I'm starting to think that maybe Kirisama is the only one who can stop all this, but hey, we'll see what happens, won't we? A new primitive gun is acquired, but I have to say it does look very cool. Yo is far from my favorite character. In fact, he's one of my least favorite characters ever. So it pisses me off a little bit that he really is a bad shoot. He is not so good at his job. Makes me actually wonder, why was he even depetrified to begin with, if he's not so competent? Maybe because of false rumors. I mean, it can happen, you know? But give me your thoughts, if you have any.